Welcome back to Xenoblade Chronicles X. Last time we had, well, we found a potato, for one thing. And then we had the goal of exploring this continent a bit more before we can advance the story. So off stream I've done a few things. I'll just start off by showing you what I look like currently. Here is my gear, which hasn't really changed all that much since last time, but in case anyone's keeping track for some reason. My arts are now at the following levels. Level 3, level 2, level 3, level 2, 2, 3. My skills are now at the following levels. Level 3 Inner Search and level 2 Beam Boost. My class rank is Enforcer rank 6. We should be expecting one last art out of this class soon. I also configured all the soul voices to be whatever I felt like would possibly work best. I mean, I don't know for sure, but if anyone's keeping track of the little things, well, here you go. I changed all my soul voices. Well, not all of them. I left some of them alone. But I at least thought about it. Howdy indeed. So that's all the menu stuff. Now I'm at this lower elevational part of Primordia because I came over here for this data probe. My survey rate, now that I've done a little bit off stream, is 12.5%. So I am heading in the general westward direction now, which is opposite to where we were last stream, to fill out that last 2.5%, and then we should be able to start seeing Chapter 4 today. While I'm down here, that's a nice little piece of wreckage. Alright, now on my map, I want to head north. Like, directly north. Oh, wrong way. Sorry, trying to get the camera where I want it to be. There we go. Grab a couple item orbs in the water, and hopefully I'll remember to take another look at my Collectopedia. That was another thing I meant to do off stream, and I just remembered that I forgot. Thought we might pick up more item orbs today, so I'm just hold off until the later in the stream. Check out that waterfall. Well, rather the several of them. Wait, that ain't something. Uh-oh, vision type bird. But here's where we get to find out. Assuming the birds don't see me and lunge down at me and destroy me. Looks like there's some sort of glyph in that rock up there. It's a little hard to make out from here, of course, but it looks like it kind of could be. Swimming along, swimming along, swimming and a swimming and a singing this song. I'll get there eventually. Oh no, I'd better put on my Zora tunic. And thus, we have rock. We did it, we found the rock. I mean, you thought he was just gonna be part of Arc 2? Now, The Rock is gonna be... Wait, was The Rock in Arc 2? I know Vin Diesel is. I might have just made that up. Isn't The Rock in a game that may or may not be out yet? Ah, here's a character by the name of Tira. But you may notice, it says, let's party up, and you approach her. She's level 11, part of the Interceptors. This is another player character, so they'll scatter a few in the world, and you can be like, ooh, that one. Of course, there's also the terminal for picking from a wider selection back in New Los Angeles, but I did find this cave. Not exactly behind a waterfall, but it is very close by. Down you go. I mean, how that person makes their living is not up for me to judge. They seem to know what they're doing if they're standing there. Alright, so we can take out a couple of those frontal specimen, and then we can dive deeper into the cave. Oh, slightly trickier now, level 11. Actually, speaking of which, I leveled up a bit, so now I've got that full specs art. Boost potential, and range attack, and ether resistance. Cost TP, but still, that's a bunch of good stuff. That might be useful in Chapter 4. So, I don't think I've ever specifically pointed this out, but TP carries over at the end of a battle, so if you've built some up, then you can bring it along for the ride. That can be noteworthy, like, if you want to go take out a couple grunt enemies before dealing with a bigger threat, then you can go into that fight with the bigger threat. Having some TP at your disposal, you know, could sway the battle. The mainline Xenoblades have something else called a party gauge. And that kind of carries over after a battle, but it slowly depletes from walking around. So you have to capitalize on it quick. But the TP here, I mean, I brought up the menu again, and the numbers are the same. These enemies have an S above their head. That means they're part of a squad mission. Which I really don't care about because that's the online component, but if you want to help out the people who are playing online with you, and you see that S above an enemy's head, and you're feeling nice, and you got nothing better to do, then there you go. I mean, hey, if this gets a modern port, and they bring back all the squad features, then you'll have had me to inform you about the importance of that S. Alright, at the end of this cavern, we got a piece of wreckage. And that would appear to be it. I'm not really seeing anything else in the way of this cavern. The map stops there, so it's a bit of a small cavern, but we got a couple small somethings out of it. Oh wait, here's the rest. The rest of the cave, right. Do I think the enemy got the point? Maybe. I think they did. Alright, so my party members got some stuff out of that. Boop-a-doo-doo-boop-a-doo. That ledge looks suspicious, but there's no way to get up there from the water. Alright, we got a field skill check over here. Being guarded by these guys, so I'll just get the preemptive strike here. In fact, I'll use some of my saved up TP and start building up more. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Okay, I can in fact pass this check. Nice, I could get items from the water here. Maybe they're decent, I don't know. But I'm still not seeing how I get up from the... Oh, that's where you get up from the water. I could, but I don't know. Let's try the other way. A whole new direction. Oh, that's just the water. What was I thinking? My good news, if you want to fight that thing, they give you this little rock, so you might stand a chance. Doo-ba-doo-doo-ba-doo-doo.
Sure, you can do this the hard way.
Oh, you want to fight, huh? Fine, be that way. Just let me get on the land. Ooh, blade level up. We need to capitalize on that. I fall in the water, or am I on the land? I fell in the water. I would heal Gwen if I was on the land. Shoot it up good. Shoot it up dead. Shoot and shoot and shoot again.
That doesn't even count as a warm-up.
Alright, I'm getting the hang of this.
Ooh, class ranked up again. And this cave has been good to me. I will check the skill because I think it said I got one. But yeah, I'm rank 8 there now. Neat. What do I get from rank 9 and 10 on this thing? Healing touch, boost HP recovery. That depends on reviving people. Boost maximum TP is not bad, but it seems like I already have more than 3000 TP, so I'm not even sure where that's coming from, to be honest. $100 HP when receiving it. That's not that much in the grand scheme. I mean, of course you can level it up. So I think now, something else I looked at off stream was like, what are the future classes on this branch? And I looked at what I would get out of them. And I mean, of course there's some cool stuff. I mean, how can you go on wrong with a name like Astralibrium? But the one art that I really want for endgame is, where is it? No. There it is. Okay. Ghostwalker, rank 2 of the Full Metal Jaguar class. I've heard really good things about that art. And I never got to use it in my first playthrough because I stuck to Duelist like a dummy. So I got some cool stuff out of Enforcer, played around as the professional. But now I'm going to backtrack to the middle class here, and that's going to be my goal for a while. Until I get to there, and then I'll think about changing again. Now that said, that's going to impact some things. Like, yeah, if I switch that class, then I don't have nearly as good weapons anymore, because I don't have any for this class. But let's just do the optimize button for now.
Crap, looks like they saw us.
Okay, why do you want to fight? I don't know. Will I stand a chance in this fight with much lower powered weapons? Who knows? I also only have 2 arts right now. I need to check if I can carry any over from other classes. Okay, well I survived, probably because of my over-leveled teammates. In fact, that thing might have dropped a piece of gear that would actually work on me. Dropped advanced soldier dual guns, but I'm not high enough level to use them because it's a level 13 weapon. God dang it. Okay, arts. Okay, glad to know it will not seem to let me carry over any weapons from the other classes, so, I mean arts. Not bad. I'll upgrade backslash though, that's iconic. Skills though, it will let me carry those over so I can put back inner search, and since I'm not using the same type of weapon anymore, I'll switch over from beam boost to beam guard. I'll give it a small upgrade. Alright. Now I'm actually gonna warp back to the administrative district because there's two things. That's the gate. There we go. No, here. There's two things. It said we got a blade level up, which means that I can boost mechanical, archaeological, or biological field skills. I want to do that as early as possible so that I can just pick up stuff if I find it. Oh, crud. I forgot. Okay, so funny thing, when I said I did some stuff off stream, I also meant that I had to redo a bunch of stuff off stream because I forgot to save. And I redid most of it successfully, but I forgot that we did this quest. So now I have to talk to her again, but since I already have the blade level, it should be fine. Blah, 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 blah. This chair is being a little uncooperative, and I'm sorry.
Wow.
Alright, you. Yes, I increased my blade level. Blah, blah, blah. We heard this last time. Blah, blah, blah. Alright, I like upping mechanical because data probes are tied to that. So it's just useful.
Keep it up. Congrats.
Okay, now the blade level we just got was level 3. I can now change the lights in the base. It's just like Happy Home Paradise, guys.
Come back soon.
Up in archaeology for the other one. And yeah.
Hey.
Alright, the other thing about coming to town is I can just buy better weapons. I have 110,000 gold. Gotta use it on something. So I now wield dual guns and dual swords. Purchase and equip the expensive one, and purchase and equip the expensive one. Also save to avoid another incident like last time. Now, after going through that cave, our Primordia level did not change at all. So we still gotta explore a bit of the continent before we can advance the story. So it's time once again for look at the gamepad. Because I neglected to mention something. What you might be able to faintly make out on the gamepad map is that each of our hexagonal segments has a different colored border. And that's the game telling you, hey, if you go to this segment, you might run into enemies of that level. So you may have seen, you know, enemy levels either have a purple banner, blue banner, green banner, so on. The warmer the color, the higher the level difference is between you and the enemy. So like if it goes up to red, then the enemy has much more of a level advantage than you. Purple is like, you should be able to take it. And eventually, if it gets like super below your level, then it won't have a color at all. So when you're judging where you might want to go on the map, you may find it useful to ask yourself, where are the purples or the grays? Because those will be the safest areas to check. Alright, I'm aiming for that yellow box on the mini-map. But I'm at the wrong elevation. The most mismatched fight you can win, well... you should see how some people, like... the people who really work this game systems, which does not include me, can do quite a bit. Does it? I have not noticed. But hi. Xenoblade. 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 Jumping on the rocks. And I found the thing I was looking for. Segment complete. We're at 13.67%. Almost there. One more segment ought to do it. Why does a level 7 wanna fight? Alright, is there anything I can... I don't... like, OBS isn't saying anything weird. So I'm not sure what I can fix. If you have ideas. Shoot you down. Doo doo doo. Slice you in the back. Doo doo doo.
I guess that's that.
Wanted to fight, so I took your fangs. Goodbye. There may be a data probe up here to the northwest. I say level 1. How quickly can we take out a level 1? Not bad. Could have been better if I had more arts to spam. I needs. Give me the shiny. There's the data probe site. Yeah, see, that's what I mean. Like, this guy's an orange. The map doesn't count him because he's not an aggressive enemy. I would have to start a fight with him. However, it might take into account those blue enemies, which are vision type. I mean, the enemy itself isn't blue, but you see the number is blue, and then the banner is blue. I would need Mechanical 3 for this, which I could have had, but I chose to avoid it, because it's not as useful as you might assume. And there's not a ton of data probes that require level 3. I gotta pass through that green segment to get to the bottom left of the map where there's another... Aha, that's the data probe we're going for now. Just gotta find my way there. Delving around the cliffside. Hello, free car. Hey, I accidentally completed a segment. I'm still one short, though. We're at 14.81%. Need that magic 15. How to get up? Or across that bridge, that would work. Oh, new mission. Figure out how to reach the bridge. Meantime, we found a base camp. That's a big piece of metal. That one did not affect segment recon. I could take out those side quest enemies, but eh. Okay, there's an incline over there, but does it connect? Now that incline's gonna be much better. Hold on, I'll just swim over there. Goodbye, crabs. What happened to the incline? Whew, I knew I didn't imagine the incline. I was inclined to believe it was real. Though I did think it would go up higher. At least I found this wreckage. Alright, I'm up higher. This is good. Higher is better for vantaging. Gives me an advantage. I could probably take out that gorilla, but I won't. Because I don't want to lose my way. I fought hard to get up here, darn it. But my new aim is the very southwest corner of the continent to see if that data probe is accessible. Okay, so notice how this guy's 10 levels below me, so his banner is gray. Level 2 compared to my level 12. It's a vision type enemy, and I'm gonna run in front of it. Yep, doesn't matter. It's too weak to want to challenge me, even though it would normally be aggressive. Almost there. Another base camp to add to our list of base camps, which I will never reference. Get free stuff from there, and then wait, looking down at the map. This way I want to go, right? No, it's that way I want to go. Data probe up there, or is it down below? I think it would be safer to check up first. There's this convenient little pathway. Barred by the gods. Whee! The red beam. I can almost taste it. And that's gonna be 15%. In fact, it's gonna be 15.66%. Which is quite a decent chunk of the continent when you really think about it. Oh, bonus right there. Alright, so on that note, we're going to go back to the barrack. This terminal is the Blade Barracks Customization Center. You have some options of room color. Right now it's just this one row of whites and blacks. I'll make it slightly more gray. I'll make that one slightly more white. And I'll make this one slightly more black. In fact, I'll make it all black. And do the same thing in the hangar. I'm not gonna bother. And of course, the hollow figure gallery. Again, not gonna bother. Wall decals. Blade. Earth-Life Colonization Project. Each of the divisions. I chose curators on this file, so I'm gonna put that up. And what we just unlocked was lighting. We got blue and orange. I think the blue looks nicer. It matches the Xenoblade logo. At least for this game. This is the hollow figure display. One of the most useless features in the game, in my opinion. If you collect stuff, you may get a figure of it. Like this employee of the Granada and Weapon Lab. Female variant. Alright. Let's see what else have I got here. I'm using left and right on the D-pad to scroll faster. Okay, I can deploy the Gamel series shield. I've always wanted a Gamel series shield hologram. Alright, we'll leave it up. Yeah, display it proudly. Oh, that's not a shield, that's a dual gun. It was blending in with the thing in the background. You can eventually have a few of these projectors. I think 4. But look, it's tucked away in this back room that you never really need to go to. And they don't do anything, they just float there. And it's not like in Smash Brothers where you used to have trophies of characters that you might have an emotional attachment to. This is just the weapons and gear in the game. And maybe some characters. The only other reason you would come to this room is to change the time, but there's a bunch of places you can do that. So anyway, I was never a huge fan of that feature, but it exists. If it's a major selling point that you can display a hologram of all the stuff you get, then by all means, go and enjoy it. I don't know what's wrong with you, but you can enjoy it. Alright, I'm gonna ditch our new friends and bring back our old friends. Alright, descriptions would have made it great. I mean, it would have been like Kid Icarus Uprising. Like, they didn't do full trophies, although I think they still had 3D models. But they weren't, like, trophies. Alright, with them in the party, and having cleared some of the obligatory side quests, and having 15% in Primordia, you can now advance to Chapter 4. If you accept this story mission, you will not be able to switch out essential party members or accept affinity missions until the story mission is complete. So what that means, you can still do side stuff, but you're stuck with Elma and Lynn, since they're listed as required. And those side missions where you have the holy hand thing and they have more character moments in them, yeah, those aren't happening at the same time. So, just be warned. If you want to do side stuff, don't take the mission yet. Chapter 4, The Ganglion Menace.
What should I whip up today?
That is a great idea.
Lindley, sometimes Tatsu wonder if Tatsu is too cute, too adorable.
Oh, yeah?
As leader of Blade Team, Tatsu need cool and tough image.
Yeah, that happens sometimes.
Is Lindley even listening to Tatsu?
What? Sure I am. Hey, what if you got a tan? A little color could do wonders for your image. In fact, I've got the perfect lotion for you. I'll even help you apply it.
Well, okay, if Lindley insists. Wow, thank you, Lindley. Tanning oil smells so sweet, and is a bit sticky.
Tanning oil? That's just plain old honey. It's the crucial step for a perfect chicken sauté. The honey marinade.
Lindley, Tatsu not chicken, Tatsu is Tatsu!
Right, how could I forget?
Lindley is not funny, Tatsu is not rapping!
Okay, folks, hope you're hungry.
Man, oh man. Delicious. Lucky thing I happen to be in the neighborhood.
You say that every time, Commander, but you always arrive as we're setting the table.
Oh? You don't say. Alright, listen up. We found something in Noctilum thanks to Frontier Nav. That's northwest of here, Rook. Looks like a piece of the life hold.
That's great news.
Damn right. Look at this.
Oh, friends mean Nightglow Woods.
Is that what the Nopon call it? We didn't have names for anything here, so we've been using Noctilum for that whole region.
Well, that's a silly name.
And Nightglow Woods isn't?
Moving on.
Right, sorry.
According to the Pathfinder's report, there's a large number of indigents in the area, but thankfully no sign of any intelligent life forms.
No, that's wrong. Nopon visit Nightglow Woods all the time.
Yeah, well, like I said, no intelligent life forms have been reported, but it never hurts to be cautious.
Friends patronize Tatsu. Nopon proud and brave people with rich history, you know.
Pipe down, small fry, or I'll make that nickname come true.
We'll have you check in with Lau's team first. They're already on assignment installing probes in the area. We don't have a fix on the Lifehold signal, just a general direction. See if they've got more info.
Got it.
The camera was doing whatever I told it to. You can actually control it when you're at the meeting table. I didn't really have a good moment to point that out. Yeah, I don't know why they chose the jokes that they did. I have many reasons for asking that question. I also don't know about the whole self-insert thing. Let's see, leaving, so it's time to go to a new continent. Primordia is great and all, but we've seen 15% of it. That's like plenty. Absolutely 100% enough. I mean 15% enough. But you know. There's a side quest up here. Is it a big deal? Where is it?
Got it.
I see the red question mark. Game, don't lie to me. You above me? You're below me? Game, why would you lead me like this? Ah, hi, Carl. Ah, you've been a blade. Ah, every assignment's important, Carl. Look in the cave, Carl. I'll take the job from you, Carl. I forgot to accept, Carl. Oh wow, Carl, you tricked me into taking the optional side quest. How dare you, Carl? Anyway, what we need to do is work our way over to Noctilum from Primordia. Which means heading due to the northwest. Well, actually... Wait, there's a different icon here. Let me check where this icon on the map is pointing me towards before I go making any assumptions about where I need to go. But the flashing blue dot might just be the spot that the game wants me to go. Maybe. Possibly. There's a chance. And mayhaps I can get there by following the blinking yellow arrow on the mini-map. Again, no real way to know for sure. Yeah, we're basically here. Is it down there? I'm gonna go down. Oh, wait, this is just the cave that Carl wanted me to go to. Carl, the field team. Come in, field team. Yo, how it goes? You find those beasts yet? Well, there's a bunch of young ones. Damn. I don't want to tell anyone they've got to go blast piglets, even if they're monster piglets. No, I guess that's the Interceptor way, right? Secure mankind's safety no matter the target. Yeah, it's a real moral conundrum there. But you're the one who has to live with it, so I'm gonna leave it up to you. And thus they gave you two options. Defeat the enemy, or go talk to Carl and say you won't. Well that's a thinker. Maybe I should head back to Noctilum. Onwards. Alright, look, I didn't kill your piglets. I mean, they're not your piglets. You just happen to be nearby. But I didn't kill any piglets, so why are you on my case? Alright, let's head through the dinosaur. You're not really going to Noctilum unless you go under the dinosaur. Everyone knows that. You also gotta worm your way past this level 60 vision enemy. There's totally no other way around it. I spy a yellow box. Right before the plucking. It car. Yeah, I'm not dealing with that bird. Level 35. That's way above my pay grade right now. Alright, this segment's got a gray border, so I should be safe to walk through, and then I'm gonna head northwest of this segment. Might be able to install a data probe on the way. Keep an eye out for a giant red beam of light that you can't possibly miss, except for all the times that I've missed the giant red beam of light so far already. Because I've definitely missed some of the giant red beams of light. They're surprisingly well hidden sometimes. Hey look, the giant red beam of light. It's way up. That bridge may prove useful. There's no big enemies in this area, so I'll just go grab whatever's in this dumped canister. Which I can't do while swimming. I'm gonna need to be strategic here. Next up for the Olympic high dive, Azran sticks the landing almost sticks the landing. Basically stuck the landing and then got robbed. Try 2 for the Olympic long jump. Oh, fell short that time. Azran is determined. He's violating Olympic rules and going for a 3rd jump. Ah! I basically had it the first time. So I think at that point, the game can just, like, give it to me. Aha! 4th tries the charm, as they say. And with that fun little minigame out of the way, we resume our trek to Noctilum. Or we don't, because there's a giant cliff in the way. Next, we're entering the high jump. Why do you want to fight? Your funeral. And I suppose it's not a bad thing to fight when I've changed classes and I need to work my way up to get the arts. Look at all that slimy stuff he dropped. Lovely. In fact, you know what this would be a good time to do if the game will let me? I need to see if I can remember how to do this. Give members. Aha. Right. So, let's say your character has just changed classes and had many arts taken away until they level up their new class a bit more. And now you're bored of that character and you need a change of pace. Behold! I'm Elma now. Yeah, I may have neglected to mention that you can play as any of the characters. And you may have been wondering, why would you want to go into Elma's menu and level up her arts and check her skills and all that stuff? It's because you can beat her. And Lynn, and Doug, and Arena, and Gwen, and like all the people that we haven't met yet. Fear not if you bore of your self-insert, because the game has you covered. In fact, I'm gonna check that menu real quick, like. I'm Elma now, and I'm gonna equip stuff. I'm gonna look like that, which I don't like, so I'm gonna go to fashion. I'm gonna go to all the stuff that says Elma so that she looks like Elma. That this helmet doesn't seem to want to come off. I could give Elma an eye patch. Guess we're gonna go with that for now. Elma, how are your arts? They're all level 1. Well, I can fix that. Alright, I did upgrade some of these, my bad. Lightning slingers, side slash. Shadow runners looking good. And I can even switch up some of her arts if I want. You have free skills that you're just not equipping for no reason. Great. Ranged accuracy, evasion. Yeah, class only affects your player character though, so that's one thing you can't change with these other characters is you're stuck with whatever class they're at, but they're also at a class that is like at the end of the skill tree, so they're probably better off than you in terms of raw abilities. But your character's got plenty of potential, even more so if you invest in that stat. I'm approaching Noctilum. We're almost there, but I can't help but notice this giant red beam of light. And this pig. I also need to notice this pig, but now I can fight as Elma. We're gonna go sliding slinger in a sec. Here we go. Slide. Die, die, die. Back off a bit. And done. So, if you want to have a faster time of accessing Chapter 4, then you may want to find this particular data probe first, because then you can just warp here at the start of Chapter 4 and be, like, instantly at the entrance to Noctilum. You can start seeing it over the horizon there.
Hey, hey, look who it is.
Lao, it's been a while.
It has. Are you going to introduce me to your friends? Where's Danny and Boris?
These are my new team members. As for Danny and Boris, we had a bad run-in with a powerful indigen. They didn't make it.
I see. Hey, look, I'm sorry. I hadn't heard.
It's okay.
And what's up with this onion thing? You using it for rations or something?
Tatsu not onion or ration. Tatsu is Nopon, brave and distinguished people with long history on Mira.
It talks. Where'd you find this thing?
Rescued him. He was about to become lunch for some prone, these hostile Xenos we ran into. He's agreed to serve as our guide here.
Wow. Okay. And you? What's your story? Are you really as young as you look?
Sure am. 13 years old inside and out. I'm Lin-Lee Ku.
Well, hello, Lin-Lee Ku. You must be something to be able to make Elma's team at 13. All right. What about you? I'm Lao Huang. I head up Pathfinder Team Belisarda. Good to meet you. You got an interesting crew here, but they seem capable enough.
I chose them personally.
I figured. So, I heard Nelson's whole team got wiped out by some nasty new Xenos. Is that true?
Yeah, those prone I mentioned. We're not sure if they're the ones that destroyed Earth, but their tech certainly seemed advanced enough.
Really? We better watch our backs.
By the way, we picked up a life-hold signal in the direction of Noctilum. Have you or your crew come across anything?
Where? Around here?
I take it the answer is no.
Yeah, this is the first I've heard of it. We bumped into another team and they didn't mention it either.
I see. All right. We were hoping your team might have a lead or some more info, but no such luck, huh? Well, thanks anyway. We should go.
Hey, hold up. Mind if I tag along?
But your assignment?
We're more or less done here. We just need to report back.
Well, until you do, you're not done here.
Oh, give me a break, Elma. The rest of my crew can handle the paperwork. We're talking about a piece of the life-hold here. I've never even seen one. That's way more important. And besides, we might need the help. finding it or handling the indigents that get in your way. Now, come on.
Guess this ain't so bad.
Whoops, forgot to unmute the mic. So yeah, you've got my permit. You've absolutely got my blessing to like walk away from the stream anytime Tatsu's involved, because that is in fact the only joke they will ever tell. Well, anyway, welcome to Noctilum. It's more of a jungle region. Named so because of, you know, it like glows at night. As Tatsu put it, it's night glow woods. Also means new music.
Listen.
Engaging. Open fire. Don't let up.
Alright, taking out this guy, because he's in the way. What level are we at right now? 11. Lau's at level 15, but the rest of us are at like 12, 11. So I'm gonna want to up that a bit by the end of the chapter. I mean, it's not the end of the world if I don't, but I think I'll be better equipped for what's ahead. Like, if I manage to meet Lau at his level by the end of this area, that'd be good. And by the end of this area, I mean the end of the area that we're supposed to reach, because, you know, it's another continent, we're not gonna see everything on it in this playthrough. Noctilum's a nice area. I like the visuals, I like the music, but it's where you might start to find more difficulty if you're not like actively leveling yourself up, and that's part of what I mean by what I said earlier. It's where I feel like I started having the most encounters with enemies I wasn't ready for. But despite that, you are sent here this early into the game, even though there's other continents that you could be sent to that probably have easier stuff to handle. I mean, of course it varies. Like, level 11 and 12 is totally reasonable for where we're at right now. And it's nice to have a full arts palette. Because while I'm at it, I can see what being a shield trooper is like. The shielding we may need from this giant gorilla. So, Lyn is the tank of the group, if you're going by typical RPG role standards. She's meant to draw in the damage and then use her shield to, you know, handle it. I do notice there tends to be a trend with, like, young girl character somehow being the tank of the group in a lot of Japanese developed things. It's like, it's the same in Tokyo Mirage Sessions, as another example. Now, I died. I was not playing the tank very well. I'm wondering if Lau will revive me. He might. He did. That doesn't mean we're gonna win, though. Fire away. Ah, we beat the one, but we attracted another. I'm not ready for a second monkey right now. I will not play second banana to you. Who's to say they even eat bananas on this planet, but still. Whoa, 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 not fighting you. And someone left a side quest out here. It's GGO. Good old GGO. You're human. Good. How do you know that you're... What makes you assume that we're human? I mean, you know, it's kind of implied that we escaped from Earth, so therefore we're human. But this guy, like, he's making all the weird assumptions. What do? The outfitter support modern manufacturers. We test out new weapons. La 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 la. The skull was wiped out. Blah 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 blah. Go get the weapon test data from the skull. I ditched it in the lake. Ah, good old GGO. Oh, we're taking a trip to the lake. The Italian government needs a Tifa. Another big feature of Lyn is her fire attribute. We haven't really seen too many instances where elements play a role, but if you need to burn something, then Lyn is your girl. Several of her arts will inflict blaze status, and, you know, different enemies have different resistances, all that typical RPG fare. I was gonna fight it anyway, but if it's gonna see me. Thermal damage! More thermal damage. Too bad I couldn't fully topple this, because Lyn has several arts that do extra damage on topple. I can taunt it though. Taunt is the art that will absolutely draw the guy's attention, even if I haven't done a ton of damage to it. So yeah, find an opportune moment where you're ready to take the damage and then taunt it over to your side. And he just descended from the heavens. Wild Down can inflict Topple, and then Wild Smash can do extra damage on the Topple. And then you're attacking Elma, so I'm going to taunt you over here and be like, don't attack Elma. I love how the shield is also a Gatling gun. Kind of like having a Splatling with a splash wall in Splatoon. Except instead of putting up the shield and then shooting, you are turning the shield into the gun. Another random player character out and about. Hey, Mr. Turba. Bombard, baby. Oh, it flashed us. How dare you flash us? This game is rated T. I spy a data probe up ahead. Don't want that one to catch me off guard, so I'm gonna shoot in advance. Oh, I swam too deep into the water. Now I can't hold my weapon. This enemy resists the topple status, so that's lovely. Goodbye. What level that's put us at? 12 and 13. Okay, my character's class rank 3 now, so maybe another art available. Gotta be careful here. Level 30 something vision types. Just sneak around. Hey, there's a level 11 Tyrant. Maybe we can handle that. Is what I would say if I was still my other class where I had the giant beam Then I would think about fighting it. I would just get a name attached to you. Oscar the Summer Squall. Please close the menu, guys. How do I close the menu? I accidentally opened a menu that I haven't used yet, and now it won't go away. Okay, there we go. Wait. Oh, it's the plus button when you have the arts palette up. I forgot about that menu, to be honest. It's supposed to help you with controlling the AI. I'll take on a level 14. We might be able to handle that. We're staggered. Oh, I hit the wrong thing. Hey, buddy, over here. Alright, the lake that we're aiming for is to the north. How far to the north exactly? Actually not that far to the north, so we should be at it soon. By the way, from what we've done in Noctilum so far, we're at 3.5% of this continent. Check out this plant. It's planty. Almost like a butterfly's wings. Okay, you want to put a level 12 Semius in the way? We can play that game. It's been toppled. It's been dealt extra damage for topple. It's been taunted. And I'm gonna have an aura up to help me protect myself further. Okay, now my health's a little low and I'm gonna lay off, so I'm using the ranged weapon, but he's almost dead. The data probe up ahead over there, but I would have to get past more tough enemies. Oh, these guys with the horn heads. Take a look at that. Take a look at that head. They're not aggressive, so I can just walk past them. But they're pretty funny. In fact, since I can just walk right past them, we can get a full look there. That's like some Deku. That's like some Legend of Zelda Deku face edge right there, with eyes on the wings interior, of course. And yes, they do honk. This is definitely one of the more memorable enemies. Here's the thing that we were supposed to check for that side quest, so now we can go back to GGO. The reason I'm even bothering to do this side quest for GGO is because it wasn't that far away, and I wanted to get my level up a bit anyway before the story thing. Plus, it gives us more excuses to look around Noctilum. Ah, the whale's nostril. Of course. Actually, did he retreat here? Is that why it's pointing me this way? There's a base camp. Of course, apparently the base camp is guarded by the indigenous wildlife. I already. Alright, so he's through here. Ah, he's got a little pet cat. Did you forget to feed him? Level 16 Devil Mephite. Okay, level 16 might be pushing it just a tad. But let's find out. I was able to topple it. He's taunted. And I'll taunt him again. There we go. Managed to get his attention long enough to subdue him.
Thank you.
Thanks for the timely rescue. What kind of world is it where a guy can't hide out in a nice dank cave? Anyway, any luck with the data? This is it. The totaled scale isn't great news, but getting this data back makes it worthwhile. Can you get back? I'll be fine. We're close to the forest exit and I'm used to Primordia. And completing his side quest was also part of Segment Recon. Ooh, wait, the thing I can check over there. Dooby doo dooby doo dooby doo dooby doo 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 doo. Alright, so now with the remainder of the stream, I'm gonna try and reach a certain landmark. While on the way there, I'm gonna try and take out this pig.
I'll make it hurt. Arcing Hole! Shadow Strike! Balance Breaker! Got him! Lay down some cover fire! First down!
I've got your cover fire.
Destroy! Move in and strike!
Watch me lay into him.
Fast slap!
Attack him. Goes in.
So, you picked out today's menu, Lynn?
Not yet. Depends if Tatsu can make it or not. If you know what I mean.
Actually, the place I need to go isn't as far away as I thought it was. Maybe we'll actually end up there. Not quite seeing the enemy that I was targeting, but I'll go past it. Oh, well, this zone is gonna be fun to move through. Based on the colored segments on the map, it would be safer to head east and wrap around a lot of these higher level areas. But I'm not seeing a clear path back east, so I'm gonna climb this branch instead. Wait, what? That triggered a cutscene?
The life hold piece should be further ahead.
Friends will climb Big Rocky Mountain? But how? Tatsu has tiny feet, stubby, flimsy limbs.
No spine either. But the turnip does have a point. I don't think there's any way we could scale those cliffs.
Agreed. We'll need to take a detour. Let's try going around that way.
Alright, game, well, if you're gonna point me in this direction, then I guess I'm gonna follow. The Sapphire Carpet. Oh, this area. I'm sure some of these are... Oh my god. Didn't expect it to be that level. Welcome to Yagami's Vista.
All you've got.
What I'm about to show you will cost me the character's life.
Damn weather. Somebody fix this.
If I could just one more shot.
This is wearing me down. I'm not gonna make it.
So yeah, that was an enemy that had the level of our level cap. And was a tyrant. And was in a giant body of water, so you might be wondering, how do you even go about fighting that? A great question. There's ways, though. Otherwise, they wouldn't put it there. I mean, not currently. I mean, much later, there will be ways. Hey, one of the horny guys. Not in terms of raw level, but in terms of the fact that it's very hard to reach and also high level. Yeah, that makes it a bit of a standout. Data probe over there if I can get past those watchful enemies. There's also a life, not a life hold piece, but white whale wreckage right behind this guy. But he might turn around in a second. Oh, he totally turned around. Back before he sees. Maybe I can hide behind this. Which side of that thing has its eyes? Guess who got super lucky? This guy. And of course, maybe dashing past it wasn't the best idea. But I already installed the data probe, so who cares? Still need to find my way around these cliffs. That branch led nowhere. I still don't think they meant to lead you into this area, though, because, like... I mean, it's a nice lake and all, but I think the branches are where we need to go. After I check this. Biological 2, can't do it. Okay. Didn't the cutscene pan over to this lake? Yeah, it must have. But they wouldn't expect you to beat level 30 enemies right now. Maybe if I just hug the edge, the flowers won't hurt me. What's this cave? I mean, the enemies are more reasonably leveled in here, but I still don't know what this cave is. I'm not gonna believe that there's a second one until I see it. Hey, look, a bike thing. Mechanical knowledge is useful. Let's fight one of these. An uniform.
So Lynn, what do you say? Feast on the talking potato tonight?
Say fatten him up another 500 grams or so.
Now, I haven't watched, but I haven't done any of the James Cameron stuff anyway. The only Avatar I know is Last Airbender.
Strength comes from experience. That's true on any planet.
Ah, that was the backside of the whale's nostril. That sounds gross when I say it out loud. Alright, Azrain, think. Where would the game want you to go? And in general, the Northwest. But then, like, how to get up to the part of the Northwest that they want. Since it's higher up, I'm gonna look above me and envision me finding my way into the mouth of a raging Simius.
Take a break from attacking.
So as I'm working my way to this next story objective, I did try something a bit different the other day. Oh my god, really? They revived Elmo, but not me. Let's see if they can finish it off in the next 20 seconds. They did! See, that's why you might not want to just click the return to the next location thing. Anyway, I did do something a bit different the other day, and I tried putting out a short form video, like 15 minutes, just talking about triangle strategy. Because, like, to be completely blunt about it, I feel like the growth I was seeing when I started doing piano has slowed down considerably. And I still want to do it, but I'm not the quickest at outputting that sort of thing. Because, like, that takes careful time and rehearsal, and I have to set up a whole thing to record with that backdrop. So I tried to do something that wouldn't take as much effort, but that people might still enjoy. Yeah, I don't know if I'll... I put out one and I called it the pilot episode, because, you know, if it's not a good idea, I'll stop. I have played most of the Monkey Ball games. But I decided to call it the As Rant because it's just me talking to myself without so much as a script. And there's one other type of video I want to put out that will be on the shorter side, but it's gonna take me more time to produce that because I will have actual editing for that. I don't want to say what it is yet, just in case I don't end up finishing it. So yeah, I swear she and by she I mean Elma. I swear Elma in the cutscene panned over here and was like, let's try going around through there, under these branches. Anyway, I guess my point was that if I was able to more quickly put out videos in a more frequent fashion, then maybe that'll help spur the numbers back on. Maybe they want me to swim through the lake and just not summon the demon god, because you have to get real close to it before it'll aggro. You could totally just jump off this cliff into the lake. It's been a while since I first played the game, of course. I wish I could just remember the way that I was supposed to go, but I'm sure I was just as lost all those years ago. Doo-ba-doo-boo-ba-doo-boom-boom-ba-dum-bum. Jungle crabs, hear me.
Shadow strike. Nice. Move in and do some damage. Lightning flinger.
I should taunt it to get it away from my player character. Come on, I feel like we should be able to do this. I was about to put up the aura. I don't know about them finishing this one off in 30 seconds. But maybe they can build up enough TP to revive me. Oh, my character just spent half their TP. Cool. Yeah, they're not finishing that guy. And now I'm back here. Let's not fight that thing. Do-ba-da-do-ba-do-ba-do.
Hey.
Get past the mountain traveling through the cave here. Oh yeah, we know that the whale's nostril lets out around that same lake area. I think that's all he means. Am I impatience attracting the enemy? Die, 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 die. And that should finish him. Is that the exit? Yeah. Yeah, they would expect you to come out the whale's nostril, and then you could jump off this cliff and swim through the lake. But this time I won't stop on that shore and fight the crabs, nor will I summon the demon god robot thing. I will just swim past and see what lies beyond. I see a data probe on that arch. How big is this lake, anyway? So if I keep going too far, it might let out into the ocean. This cannot have been the right way. There's just no way that they would make you swim this far. Up the shore we go. Getting so far away from the intended destination. Do-do-do-do-do. Why are my arms tired? The fact that the game lets you do this is something. I just zoomed out the camera for maximum effect. Not exactly a first-person mode, but if you zoom the camera in all the way, it's pretty much very similar to that, in a sense. I mean, you don't have to look at the character models if you zoom it in like this. At least we found the sea-bound coil tree. That, you can't call that useless. I mean, you can, just don't do it to my face. Essentially, I just swam really far north. And now I am heading south to get back to the destination. Well, this is where I die. Oh no, all I did was find the water again. I'm warping back to the last probe. I've got more stuff that wants. See what I mean about having more run-ins with stuff that wants to kill me when I first played this? For this specific area, I mean.
Damn weather.
I don't know if it's still chasing after us or anything. Guess it's gotta be if it's not playing off the battle music and whatnot. Yeah, we'll hang out with Horn Buddy here. Let me check one little thing. Alright, that is where I'm personally going to call it for tonight. I will try and refresh myself on how to get where I need to go for next time, and then we'll see more of Chapter 4 unfold, and more of the various sites around Noctilum. And maybe Primordia, depends on how things go, I guess.